What's going on, my people? It's your boy Smooth Blaze, and I would like to welcome you to my new project, Play Your Cards Right. I'm your humble host, and the first session we're going to deal with is dealing with the mind. And this is part one of this session. Now, before we get into the meat of things, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, select that notification bell so you will not miss any of my videos from future to past. Now, as we have all either played the game of spades or familiar with the game of spades, we all know the dealer dishes out the cards, and we have to look at our cards once we have those 13 books. And as we look at our cards, we have to look at them and say, what do I have in my hand? And envision, what can I do in order to make the best moves with these? So it got me to thinking about something. Dreams typically lead to purpose. Because when you have an imagination or a vision of something, you can find your purpose. But before we get into all that, the best way to define dreams is a succession of images, ideas, emotions, sensations that usually occur involuntary in the mind during certain steps of sleep. Example: children's mind versus adult's mind. A child will think of, childish things, little things they would like to do, and things they would like to accomplish long term down in the future, even if those things don't align or have any structure or make sense. An adult's mind should be an individual that has a dream about what they would like to accomplish and trying to find ways to actually make these things turn from a imagination to a reality. Now, the best way to define purpose. Purpose is the reason in which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Let's just keep it real with ourselves. We have to compare ourselves not only to the world, but based off of how we feel about each other as well. And when we compare and contrast these things, one thing we have to always keep in mind is that your self-awareness is more important than how the world views you. When you're self-aware of who you are, what are your goals, what are your problems, what are the things that go on with your life, you start putting things together and say, man, I'm starting to get it now. The world's view really don't matter. But as we understand dreams and as we understand purpose, the question I have for you is, do your dreams make up the purpose and the set of goals that you have set for your life? Do your dreams make up the purpose that is set for your life? Because they have to go hand in hand. Now, here are some tips that will help you find your purpose. 1, look inner. Look inward. Meaning, look at yourself, do a self-evaluation so you can figure out who you are and what your purpose is. Next, put purpose before your goals. Meaning that you may have goals and aspirations that you want to fulfill long term in your life, but they may not line up with your purpose. If they don't, sometimes you may need to exit those out. Focus on what you have. Meaning having a mindset of glass half full versus glass half empty. Don't be concerned with the things that you don't have. Figure out ways to navigate and maneuver the things that you do have. Next, take ownership of your life. There are so many people out here that blame their circumstance, their situation on other people, and accepting and don't want to take accountability for the things that they have caused for themselves. Think about what brings joy to you. Find a center of gravity or a center of a place where you can find joy within yourself. Next, develop your own life vision statement, meaning Just like you have an organization, there's a mission statement, there's a vision statement. Every individual should evaluate themselves and make some type of structure that allows them to have a statement that represents them, not only for the company, but for their own personal life. So you can have a blanket of that. Next, discover your own true needs. Meaning that just really evaluate and separate what's really a need for you versus a desire. You need water, food, shelter to get things done. You need education if you are trying to be a teacher or an engineer. You need to be educated. So understand what you need versus desires of your heart. Write out your story, meaning that as we continue to live through our life, we are telling a story. God has already written what it's supposed to be, but we're able to express our story as we go from one stage of our life to the next. Take time for yourself. Sometimes it's best to cut off your phone, get away from things, and sit in quiet in order for you to focus on things you need to do so you can find your purpose. Embrace acceptance. Meaning that accept the fact that you will not always be included with the in crowd. Accept the fact that you are a unique person, that you move differently, and don't feel bad when other people can't receive that. Now, the last two, find your community. Meaning that not necessarily or as far as where you live, just find people that are a part of the same community that you are, that you have interaction with or connection with, and allow that to be a reflection of you, and you can learn and grasp things from each person. That's the important thing about it. And finally, be flexible. There may be times in your life where your purpose does not match with the steps that you're taking, but you have to be flexible of those detours. Detours are going to happen in your life. So you have to learn how to navigate through those detours so that you can get the results that you want to get. Now, these are those 12 tips for finding your purpose. Remember, 12 tips for finding your purpose. And as we close, I would like to say thank you for taking a look at my video, my new session called Play Your Cards Right. And I hope that you enjoy this information, and just always remember this tip. We cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can control the moves we take to get to our purpose. This your boy Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out. Peace and love.